I'm here with Tinashe Kusema. Tinashe, good morning to you.
Morning, morning.
We haven't seen you in a while, but I trust everything is good.
Everything is good now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good to have you. So listen, we are discussing the movie Lion King, Mufasa.
Yes. So Mufasa,
Mufasa, Lion King.
Yes.
You know, every time I think about The Lion King, I get excited. These are movies that we grew up watching.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I don't think it's got an expiry date, if you ask me. That's Beauty and the Beast, Lion King. I don't think those cartoons have an expiry date. And bringing in Mufasa, obviously it's a different kind of animation or whatever now. Tell us more about the movie.
Okay, let me just start off by saying that I did not hate the movie as much as I thought I would.
Oh, you actually thought you would hate it?
Yeah, but the trailer was very deceiving.
Okay.
It changed what we thought, the story that we thought we knew from our... You know, when you talk about this, let's also clear one thing. The originals, the original Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and those are untouchables. The remakes, not so much. So, but this is one remake I thought...
Made sense.
Yeah, it's been blasted, online by those people, a lot of people, you know, social media people. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Actually, more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the trailer was very much deceiving. It changed everything we thought about the Lion King. That Mufasa is not really royal blood. He took the throne from Scar and stuff like that, which is not necessarily true. Yes,
that's true. And you know, sometimes when I think about even my own life, I like to go back and say, okay, what is my family tree like? Ndakava kupi. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I watched this movie, I was like, okay, this is a beautiful story of really who Mufasa is.
Exactly.
You know, where he came from, how it came to be, because it's looking at generations and generations to come. So storyline. Did it make sense for you?
Yes, very much so. Because it actually dealt on a subject matter that we really didn't take notice of. Because as far as we are concerned, The Lion King is all about Simba.
Right.
Yeah. From the originals, there were 3 movies that were made. It was all about Simba as a cub, as now as a king. But we really never heard a story about Mufasa. We just knew that he was a great king who is betrayed by his brother. But also it gives you a new understanding of the character of Scar, or his original name being Taka.
Right.
We saw how he was brought up, how his father...
How he got that scar.
Exactly. How his father treated him. You know, he's actually also a victim because his father gave him the wrong lessons, you know. The true king, you know, it's about you being lazy.
He kind of pushed him too much.
To be the character he turned out to be.
Yeah, and I know it's also nice to see how it depicts also the mother. You know how the mother really then took care of him and you know kind of tried to get him to that space.
Because when you look back after watching the movie, how these 2 characters were brought up.
Right.
It explains how the people, the clients that they became. Because,
but they weren't really brothers.
Yes.
They're not real brothers.
Yes.
Okay, it's only because Mufasa got lost.
Yes, and got adopted.
And got adopted into a family.
Yeah, that was one of the things that really annoyed me about the trailer. You know, we are led to believe that, from the original, these 2 are brothers.
Exactly. They grew up together.
Then we find out that, no, it's an adopted brother.
Yeah. And basically, they are kings in their own rights because Taka was a king in his own clan, and Mufasa was a king in his own clan.
He's more of an anointed king because he's the one who rallied the animals of the Pride Lands to fight against the outsiders. Right. And you know, I now understand Scar a lot more.
A better appreciation. So going back to watch Lion King the cartoon, it would make more sense, obviously, after watching
the
this.
resentment he had for the adoptive brother.
Right.
It makes sense,
So one of the things that I was actually thinking, you know how sometimes these African movies, they have American voiceovers who really try and speak our accent or whatever it is. What was your point regarding that?
I didn't mind. I'm not too fussy about that. I did find the first Black Panther to be rather annoying. the accents were not really good.
I know that one wasn't that fantastic, was
but
it?
But I did not have a problem.
They did it well.
Yeah, they did it well. Yeah, and it helped that there were a couple of African actors, voice actors in the movie. So
I think it's learning also from how things were, just learning to actually adopt these African artists and actually say, hey, you know what, this would probably suit this role better.
Yeah, exactly. They should do more of those collaborations. I think Hollywood has a good working relation with South Africa, because we see a lot of South African actors breaking through easier.
Yes, into those spaces
to
now.
Hollywood. Yeah. So I think it should be extended to more countries in Africa. There, because African stories.
Yeah.
There are a lot of African stories to be told. I do not like that. When they talk about Shaka Zulu, hardly any real Africans there. You find out this guy is French, this one is what. There should be more collaborative efforts between the two parties.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that. So I do know that you are a really strong, harsh judge. What are you rating Mufasa Lion King?
I'll give it a 7.
A 7 out of 10.
The storyline is strong. I would have given it a 9. But then one of the things that made The Lion King, the original movie, stand out was the music. It's lacking in this one.
That's what I also felt as well.
There are still songs that are from the original movies that you still play, that still play in your head. But I've watched this movie once alone, the second time with my kids. None of the songs
resonated.
Exactly. Yeah,
it didn't come through. I also felt that
they were not really catchy songs.
Yeah, and I love the first Lion King, the African in the voices.
Yeah, exactly.
That really captures, obviously, because it's a scene in Africa and wildlife here in Africa. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
But anyways, that's all the time we have for today.
Yeah.
Short space, but then you have a fantastic movie. I know it. Is it showing?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. So where did you watch it?
It's now online.
Okay.
I watched it online.
I was like, did he hack something? Would you?
No,
is he a little bit of a hacker? But anyways, no, thanks Tinashe for coming and for discussing this movie. Looking forward to next week's movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Konapo, ipapo, ba ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.